Those who worship the gods go to them. Those who worship their ancestors go to the abode of ancestors. Those who worship the nature spirit go to them. But those who are my devotees come to me. So lovingly Krishna is telling, who are my devotees come to me, because he is Guru and Arjuna is listening to him. He is his disciple. And in the first look, we feel that this is an informative shloka, that it gives information that if you worship gods, you go to them. If you worship ancestors, you go to their abode. And if you worship nature spirit, you go to them. That's what little bit informative it looks, but it's not that. It is, if we'll see that this complete scripture is Guru is talking to disciple, Krishna is talking to Arjuna and Arjun, then what he is trying to tell him. Because when such a high level of Guru is there and such a great disciple is there, the conversation is on that level. It's not on a mundane level. And so he wants to warn him that when you are my disciple in this lifetime, be cautious. Where are you going, what you are doing, whom you are following, whom you are praying, and accordingly you will reach there. But as you are my devotee, you should come to me. And if you want to come to me, you have to follow me. That's what the hidden message he is giving to his disciple. And that is where we are on this path. Babaji, Krishna is our Guru. Arjuna, Paramahansa Yogananda is our Guru. So we are also on that high level of discipleship, Guru-discipleship relationship. So if we want to maintain and make it good in this lifetime, we have to understand what he is trying to say. Because normally what happens after we follow our Guru, but in between something happens and we get into the worshipping of gods, then here what that God means. Then these gods, they are the astral deities. Normally when we start living in this world, we get into them because we are already in connection with them, and they are just like goddess of wealth, then goddess of intelligence, then goddess of food, Annapurna, everything. Yes, we pray, we start praying them, and then we get entangled into that only. And then Krishna is making him aware, Guru is making aware, yes, that is correct. But if you will follow them all throughout the life, then on death you will go there. And you will be with them in the astral world. But if when you are in the astral world, your destiny is come back to this world. Again you have to come back, and the cycle you have to play of birth and death. The same way when you follow the ancestors, Pitar we call, and we do all type of pujas of Pitaras. In particular in Hinduism there is full 1 week, 2 weeks I think. 2 weeks are kept for that, to pray them. But few people are there, they always like to do that thing otherwise also. So Guru is making him aware, that's fine. But if you will follow them, or you will pray them, or you will devote your all heart to your ancestors, you will go to ancestors. And again you will have to come back. Then he says, if you go to nature spirits, nature has, because everything has emerged from Brahman, everything has come from the highest level, and when manifesting in this world, he has created, you can say, small departments, that is nature's law, and there are deities for that, we know very well, we call them deity of Varuna, then this is rains, then Surya, Vayu, everything. And we start praying them, because yes, we feel that if we don't satisfy them, if we don't pray them, they will be angry and we will have to face the consequences of natural calamities. And so we start doing that. That is fine to do it to the limited level, but to get into that on continuous basis Then he said, again, your future is, you will not go to that highest destination. You will be in between somewhere nature, where the nature deities are there, because you have pacified them. They will welcome you there. And what is your future? You will have to come back again. Then he says, my bhaktas, he is the Supreme Lord. Krishna is the Supreme Lord. And when we will pray him and follow him, we will go to him. And as Jesus Christ said that once you come to me and in my Father's abode, you need not go back out. You will be in his temple, you will be a pillar there, and you will be with him through eternity. So what is our destination? If we are following such a great guru, we can make a good of it by doing that. And really speaking, we always say, or all scriptures say, Master said that God has given us freedom. Yes, he gives us freedom to choose what we should do, but he warns us in this way, that what you should do, because he is guru and he warns us what you should do. And so how much freedom it is there? Really speaking, if we want to follow guru, we should not follow our freedom the way we think. We should offer it at his feet, at his will. That is the true freedom, because there our egoistic thoughts will be gone away and he can guide us where we want to go in our heart or as a soul. And there is one beautiful story. And when the disciple reaches to that highest level, that time this type of shloka that guru tells to his disciple. You know, there is one story of Saint Teresa of Avila. We know she was a great saint, Catholic saint, and she was on that high level. She was great devotee of Jesus Christ. And she was a nun. She was living in the monastery. But Maya is powerful, and sometime in her life, one young guy came into her monastery or that temple, and she just started to think about that. And one day the things went little ahead, and she thought of leaving the monastery, leaving the nun, and go with him. And when she came out of her room, and she was getting down her staircases, Jesus appeared to her, and he told, Teresa, I will introduce you to angels, not men. And she immediately realized what she was doing. She went back to her room and she was protected. That is how Guru protects us when we are on that high level. He doesn't allow us to fall down, because there he starts loving us. And if anything goes wrong, he doesn't like it. So we have to slowly reach that level where God will think, oh, I should not allow this my devotee to fall down and come and protect us. So we have to increase our devotion, our discipleship to that great extent. And on this path, what things we have to do? So if you are praying astral deities, that's fine. If you are praying ancestors, that's fine. And nature spirit, that is also fine, because all these things are created by that creator. But instead of getting entangled into his creation and the deities who produce them, it's better, isn't it good to go to direct him and try to understand his all drama and all his about how it is, how he is running it, instead of getting entangled and coming back again and again. So, yes, we have to again and again think on this path, what are Guru's instructions for us. So, always we do everything with energization exercises, then we did prayers, we did chanting, then we did meditation, and then we discussed what Guru said. And this shloka, or rather this complete chapter, 9th chapter, is beautifully written in a way that we can feel that Krishna wants to instruct Arjuna in different way. He is telling him because in chapter 2nd he is teaching him Shankhya Yoga, then Karma Yoga, everything he has taught. And now at the 9th Adhyay, he is coming to and bringing him that, who am I? If you come to me, what you will get? And if you don't come to me, what you will lose? That every shlok is telling that. I was just reading to understand what he is telling in this complete Adhyay. So he says, I am the sovereign God. If you come to me, there won't be any rebirth, and you will be me eternally. So, yeah, so we have to think on that, and always think that where my consciousness is going, what I am doing, whether I am following the real ways of working on what my Guru said, and is my this action will lead me to the lower level or to the Creator himself, where he is sitting and waiting for us to come. Really, he is eagerly waiting, because very few make the efforts. Many get entangled into all these things, and then they forget the actual aim of our soul. Because we are soul, we are not his body. And we forget it frequently, but trying to understand it again and again. And whenever we understand it, again trying to go to that level by whatever, by seva, by meditation, because meditation itself is a seva. Don't think that meditation. Here, Krishna is telling to Arjun, through this small, this shlok here, Swami Kriyananda is right. This famous shlok is a reminder to all to make God their primary object of worship throughout their lives, and especially when they reach the doorway of death, to keep their consciousness focused on Him. It is the heart's feelings that direct energy. One is drawn in wherein direction of feelings pull him. Small-minded or materialistic person find it difficult to understand abstractions. Yeah, it is very hard to find abstractions. But this shloka is happening, he is telling Arjuna. Arjuna is the highest disciple, and he calls him Bhakta Shiromani. So he is the highest of the bhaktas, he is highest of the disciple. And we should try to become that, because our Guru has translated or considered Bhagavad Gita and Bible as the base of our teachings. He didn't consider all Vedas or something, but he took into account Bhagavad Gita, because he wants us to be Arjuna-like, and he is, in this lifetime, he is our Guru, and so he is our Krishna, and we have to follow him, whatever he has told. So let's take into heart that whenever we are doing anything, where my consciousness is, because here Swami Kriyananda ji is writing that where your feelings are, energy goes there. And so your feelings should be at the highest level of realization, where our destiny is, real destiny is. Otherwise, we will have to come back again and again, pray ancestors, pray pitras and everyone, and remain in this world. But let's try to get free from this cycle of incarnations, where Master himself says, get away from my ocean of delusion and miseries. He doesn't want us to remain here. And for that, whatever we want to do, we have to try our best. And he helps us. See how he helps us. How Jesus Christ helped Teresa. She was just going to do a great mistake of her life. It is not a mistake to marry, but she was a nun and she was at a very high level. And so he protected her. And she realized her mistake. And yes, we will try to become that way. And if at all some mistake happens, he will help us, come down and help us. Jai Guru.